Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's Wanda. I am sitting in the floor of my living room. I am doing a method called the winter sewing method. So basically, I'm gonna tell you what I got. So what I've decided to do is use soda bottles for my flowers this year. I didn't do it last year. Last year everything just went in a bottle. But to identify my flowers from my vegetables and my fruits seeds that I'm gonna drop, I decided to use the the, the soda bottles for the flowers. So what I've done is, so basically what you need is you need a bottle, of course. You need your seeds. So this is going. Hold on. Let me see. You need your seeds, any seeds that you want to drop. So we're gonna say Morning Glory gonna be the next one. So you need a permanent marker, which I have one here. I prefer the wider tip. You need a pair of scissors. Okay. You need your popsicle sticks, if I hadn't already said that. And you need your soil. And I got my soldering iron here. Now, I'm still gonna say a knife. Because last year what I did, in order to get holes in the bottle, before I before I even knew about the soldering iron, I used a knife to create holes in the bottom. And of course, that was a dangerous method. It was, but over the summer of last year, someone did mention this little thing. I found it at Wally World. It was less than $15. It was real cheap. And it comes with, I'm gonna tell you, it plugs up and it comes with a metal plate or stand to put this on while in use. And then of course when you're not using it, please unplug it because this baby doll does get hot. And be mindful around kids. So what I'm gonna do next, well, what I've done is I've created the holes in the bottom, if you can see, and I've used a knife to cut the top of the bottle, not completely off, but enough to make a hinge to close back. And I left the top on. The reason I left the top on is because it creates pressure inside the bottle to make it solid while cutting. So next what I'm gonna do is fill it with soil. All of them don't have the same amount of soil in there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. This is a messy. It's messy, but hey, I have fun doing it. So the soil is wet. It's wet. Trust me. I'm trying to get the soil in here, y'all. Okay. So Miss Regina, this is for you. Like I said, you can get some soda bottles. I have I want to say like if you have like since the holidays just passed, and if you have like a 7-Up bottle or like a size a 1 liter or a 1 gallon container, even the milk will do. But the clearer the better. The clearer the bottle, the better. So okay, that's what it's looking like. So we're going to drop some Morning Glory seeds. Yeah, and the package is already open. At this point, I'm not even worried or concerned about my zone. I'm not concerned about any of like what month it is, like what state I'm in, and looking at the month that it's favorable to sow these seeds. I'm not, because this is called the winter sowing method. So my hands are dirty, but the seeds are big enough to the seeds are like a little small. They're nice size. Trying to see, can I show y'all what the seed looks like? Tell you what, I'm gonna use this is what the seed looks like. Yeah. So I'm going to I think about 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place 6 seeds in here. Yeah. Yeah. All the seeds are going to go in here. Yep. I think I dropped one. So, bam. Got that done. So guess what I'm going to do? I think I did. I know I did. Created a, well, it's not going to hurt. That was the Morning Glory. So what I'm going to do with my permanent marker is take my permanent marker and I'm going to take my popsicle stick and I'm going to write, okay, here you go, I see it. Morning, what I did was I wrote this is my plant identifier method. I wrote Morning Glory on both sides and the date I dropped the seed. So, and all I'm going to do is stick it in the, hold on. I can now take the top off. I'm going to stick it in the bottle. Or either if you just want to keep the hinge back and slide it in the side as such. Okay. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape. I'm using duct tape this year. I think last year and year before. I did do this last year. Hold on. Y'all know how tape will get separated. So what I'm going to do is take my duct tape and I'm going to tear a piece off. I'm going to tear a piece to wrap around the head, you know, to tape this up. The mouth to the bottle. We'll say it like that. I've already done 1, 2, 3. I've already done 3. Yeah. So sometimes you may have to use 2. Hold on. 2 pieces of tape to seal it up, but that's fine. Cause I know we're working with one hand, y'all. Yep. And then plus our hands are dirty unless you decide to have a small pot or pan that you don't plan to reuse and fill it with some nice lukewarm water to wash your hands with, just to keep your hands clean it out, you know, clear of the soil and stuff, that way you can kind of see the seeds and stuff like that. Now, the only thing I hate, here we go, trying to find the end of the tape or where the tape starts. So I'm just cutting off another piece. And sometimes what I'll still do, because this will be placed outside until the springtime when they are ready to be planted. And sometimes what I'll do, even though I put the popsicle stick in there, I'll still write on the tape what it is, just in case, just from it being outside in the elements. The popsicle stick, the writing on the permanent marker, it may fade. So we can get it right here real good. Gonna write the name of the seed, 3/20/26. All right. So it's not perfect, but we're getting started. You know, like I said, my hands are dirty. And I do plan to do see there, I told y'all. Be careful with it because it still is hot. So let's say we're gonna do another one. Hold on. It's gonna be funny. I'm trying to get a bottle that's close to me. That way I don't have to. Trust me, I'm sitting on the floor. Now this one is a liter bottle. Yep. I've been collecting bottles since, I'm going to be for real, since Thanksgiving. Since after Thanksgiving. I called my neighbor down the street. Now last year I used milk jugs. I used milk jugs. I'm just taking this off. I don't know. I just am. Oh, come on. Okay, like I said, these are clean. So what I'm gonna do now is take my soldering iron and I'm gonna just puncture a hole. It's gonna melt. It's hot, so it's gonna melt against this plastic. See there? It's going right on the end. Last year, the past couple of years, I have been using a knife. And it's a safer method, but just remember that it's hot. What I did was I put a hole in 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 bottoms so the water can go through when it rains or even when you water it, because you will have to water this. Yeah, I just created a few extra holes. Sit that back down on the little stand. And what I'm going to do next is take my knife. And so this is a 1 liter bottle. So what I intend to do is possibly cut it right here. Because guess what? I want my plants to be at least the height of when we buy it in the not grocery store, in our garden centers, like at Water World, Lowe's, Tractor Supply, Ace Hardware. So I could do halfway. I could. But we're gonna come right below. We're gonna come like we're gonna come 2 inches from the top. So right there. And you want to just place the bottle down on the side of the surface, and just what you want to do is cut around. You don't want to cut the top of it off. You're gonna come all the way around, and you want to leave at least a 1-inch hinge. Hold on. Come on. See? Bam. So all I'm gonna do next is place my soil in here. What am I? Those are the marigolds. Okay, so and then what do I have right here? The morning glories right here. I'm gonna plant some more. Now I'm gonna tell you what I really want to plant. I got another different type of marigold I'm going to plant. So we're going to plant those. Let me see. I planted. Hold on. I thought I did. So I'm going to go ahead and I got the bellflower. I'm going to drop some more marigolds, because you can use marigolds as a deterrent. That ain't the right word I'm using for, but when we buy marigolds, I think a lot of us tend to buy a lot of marigolds to prevent aphids and stuff in the garden. I can't think of the terminology, but drop it in the comments when you see this video. To reduce pest pressure. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just putting soil in here. Yes, my hands are getting weird. They getting. So see right there. I'm gonna and marigolds are normally not that tall. They get, I think they bush out a little. Yeah, they bush out. I'm gonna put a lot of marigolds down this summer for pest pressure and for the beautification of the garden. So I'm gonna be having. Yeah. So I'm okay with the soil being right here. Yep. And now I'm going to drop some more. Hold on. Marigolds. Yep. I'm going to, what do you call it? And I actually may just, you don't really get that many in here. So what I'm going to do is just drop whatever's in here. Yeah. I think it's like about 4 or 5 seeds left in here. So it'll just go in here. I have plenty. And they stuck to the bottom. Ain't that something? I'm going to have to get the rest of it, try to get in my hand. They all at the bottom. Okay, it's quite a bit left since I see what's at the bottom now. The seeds to the marigold are a little bit different. I'm gonna, hold on. Let me see if I can count on. Y'all may be able to see it. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the seeds to the marigold. Hold on. Y'all be able to see it. It's fun. It's kind of different. That's the seed to the marigold. So basically, so that's in there. So next, what we're gonna do is the marigold. We're gonna close that up. We're gonna close it up. So next, what we're gonna do is get our duck. Well, I'm sorry. We're gonna write on a marker, on a popsicle stick with a permanent marker. Now, I did go to Wally World, and I also bought I hold it up when my eye gets on it. Oh, it's right here. These are the wide tip permanent markers. The brand is Pen Gear. I'm not endorsing it or whatever. But though this is a fine tip permanent marker. Now I do like the wide tip. I love the wide tip. So I think those are with Morning Glories. Yeah. So I'm gonna have Morning Glories all the way around the garden for real. Yeah. So basically, I do write it on both sides. LORY. Put today's date, the 3rd of January of 2026. Okay. And so what we're gonna do is, hey, we're just gonna take this and I'll just put it down in the side. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I'm sitting down and y'all doing this with me. It's a motivator because that's what we did this video. Again, that's the only thing I hate about the tape. Just trying to find the beginning of it. Right there. Right here. I know I make leave a little mark on the tape. So all I'm doing is cutting tape to go around the mouth of it. And sometimes all it take, if I cut it long enough, it ain't gonna be perfect, y'all, because this is just for the springtime or up until the summertime, whatever. And look, my husband stated the other day that he wants to go ahead and drop watermelon seeds. Now I was able to find some, because I think last summer he bought, I think he bought about 3 packs of watermelon. But guess what? They produced a little small. They were small. So we really didn't get we didn't really get any watermelon. They didn't get big enough. So I am going to go ahead and believe it or not, I did this last year. For that. I did this method. I sure did. And what I'm going to see, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. So I'm just writing on here as well. I do. That's why I like the thicker marker. So I'm gonna tell you how many. I'm gonna see. I've already dropped 1, 2, 3. I've already dropped 5 different types of flowers. And so I should have had him too, cause that mean I may have to get up. Y'all don't judge me. I got on my what do you call it? I got on my Christmas pants, so don't mind me. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So I've been saving these. These are all clean and stuff like that. So basically I'm gonna tell you, this is your better bottle to grow in, because These are translucent. This is clear. The sun can get through this better than it can this. So both will work. So you choose your own method. Me, like I said, I got people. I got my neighbor down the street. She got me some milk jugs. So we're gonna use a combination of both, because this year my goal is to have a bigger garden than what I had last year, for real. So what I'm gonna do next is I cannot get any strawberries to produce for me. I don't know. Now the seeds are from last year. I even planted strawberry seeds last year. They did not produce. So what I'm gonna do now is turn you this way. Well, it ain't gonna matter, cause yeah. Uh-oh. Like I say, we're going to take the bottle, turn it upside down, and this is the soldering iron. Bam. Y'all see that thing? I love it. Versus a knife, because the past couple of years, I'm making additional holes for drainage. I always do. So like I said, Miss Regina, this is for you. This video is for you. Since you want to start growing, you want to have a garden. This is a way to get your seeds started, especially your okra. Because okra does take, if you're gonna do okra from seed, it does take a long time to do okra to germinate. And I encourage anybody, if you're gonna grow okra, do at least 4 to 6 plants on okra, because okra, if you drop 6 seeds, all of them are gonna come at the same time, and then when it does start to grow, the coleus, the flower for the okra, you're gonna have okra popping off at different times. All of them are not gonna produce at the same time. So again, next one I'm gonna do is I'll probably come down, like I said, 1-2 inches down from the neck. So 1, 2, and I'm just gonna take my knife and just go around. But yeah, I would encourage, and that'll be the same thing with like green beans and stuff like that. Plant you more than 2. Because they grow at different times, and when they really get to growing, boy, they do. And when you go out there and pick today, you go back tomorrow, and you may see like 6 more. You was like, it wasn't here. It was hiding. It was there. Okay, almost. So, yeah. Here we go. So now when I'm going to go ahead and put I already got the hole. So hold on. I'm going to go ahead and put the hole in here. So what I want to do tonight or tomorrow, what I'll probably do is go ahead and drop. I'm going to do cantaloupe, watermelon. I'm going to cucumbers and stuff. Now the watermelon, oh my gosh, we may have like I'm going to be for the watermelon. We're probably going to drop about I may even just drop maybe about 20. We may have, and what I'll do is share with my mom and my sister. Y'all see it? And definitely in these, I do create holes. Yeah. So, like I say, and just be mindful that you do have that on the floor. So, gonna do this one as well. So, I'm right-handed, so just like I said, y'all, just be mindful too. I love it. Hey. So, Miss Regina, go ahead. We know what you want to grow, like you say, and this is for people who don't have big yards, and I understand that because I don't really have a big yard. So that's why I say you can do the winter, you can do grow bags, you can do pots, and all you got to do is, if it's a vining plant, not vining, but if it's something like your okra and stuff, you just put a stick of tomato cage in there. That's all. Hold on. One. I'm just gonna go and continue this way. I cut a little bit too close to the neck. So we're gonna go and continue. But yeah, this video is for you. So basically, in this season, Miss Regina, all you do is, like I say, know your zone. Know your zone. Google, go to Google, type in your zip code, and type grow zone, and it's gonna throw you back your grow zone. Yep. And like I said, this is gonna, you know what, I'm gonna put the strawberries in here. Yeah, we're just gonna see basically if these seeds. Now I'm okay with doing the paper towel method. I'm gonna be honest, I tend to forget they in the cabinet. Now these right here, guess what? These are gonna go on the back side of the house where I grow my tomatoes and stuff like that. I'm sitting on a piece of cardboard. Yeah, I got a big piece of cardboard sitting on the floor so I can collect all my mess. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have that much of a cleanup afterwards. Now, what I am gonna do is take some of the soil out. So that's that. You don't have to be perfect with it. So what I'm going to do is take my permanent marker. I'm going to write on here. Actually, here you go, right here. This is the Alpine strawberries. Never been opened. So these are from last year. So, got that done. Got it on both sides. And I'm going to open this up. And of course, the strawberry seeds have a coating on them. Hold on. As y'all can see, that they're at the bottom, at the very bottom. They're pink. Carrots are also like that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to the carrots, you go ahead and sow the carrots in whatever pot you decide, or in ground, whatever. I don't want that many. It wouldn't shock me if some fall by my hand. So basically, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do about. This is probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna drop. It's 10. This is like 10 seeds. So we're gonna drop all 10 seeds here. And if they germinate, and when they germinate, guess what? We're gonna transplant. We're gonna transplant them into another spot, and that spot will be there. You know what? I'm gonna make it their forever home. So now next, y'all know what it is. It's the duct tape. So I'm gonna cut off some hold on. Come on. Here you go. Yeah. So just enough duct tape or tape, whatever kind of tape you want to use, to go around to seal up the top and the body. We're gonna say it like that, and just wrap it around. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. But you do kind of want to not have it is going outside to prevent any so-called moisture from getting in. So I'm gonna need another piece. I already knew that because I'm right-handed and yeah. Oh. Just a little piece. And like I said, I also do write on the tape. And believe it or not, when I there last, when I started sewing the planning my winter transplants, I could still make out. I still could make out what it was. I'm gonna tell you what. It don't matter what color. We're gonna use this a permanent marker. Yep. We're gonna open it. Like I said, I prefer these anyway, especially if you're gonna write on the tape. Now, if you are, like I said, you don't have to be neat with the process, but if you do want to, go ahead and just cut you off some strips of tape and just have them hanging that way, and just clean your hands as you go. So now I have 5 flowers and 1 strawberry. We're gonna pick this. Well, I'm not gonna. What I'm saying? Did I not? Oh, guess what, y'all? I didn't see that. I didn't put the thing in there. Just stick that down in there. So when I place these outside, y'all, what I'm gonna do is take the top off, and this is how I will water. I will water through the hole. Yeah. But the soil is loose enough. The soil is wet enough. It is. It's wet. Yep. So what I plan to drop later on is going to be the Cherokee purple tomato. I'm going to do the round zucchini. Oh my God. I'm going to do the round zucchini. It had no problem germinating. My mama really liked it last year. I'm thinking this is the this is a tea. The tea is in the cabinet. I made a video about it, but this is the tea. This is the seed for that tea. We're going to drop it, and I'm going to drop it in its own special container. And what I will probably do is drop it in something like this. The watermelon will also go in there, as long as the cantaloupe. Now, I may even do some green beans. We're going to do a little bit of everything this evening. Yep. But look, guys, that's going to conclude this video. And I hope that you got something from it. Please like the video by giving me a thumbs up. Share the video out. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the video, and tell me what you would like for me to cover more. I do gardening, crocheting, and other things, but let me know your opinions and your thoughts. I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will be back at you. Bye, Miss Regina.